Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to M2G Exterior Cleaning Services. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Look at what we got going on today. Today, we are going to cut some grass and wash some ass. See, that's what happens when you try to rhyme too much. That made no sense. We gonna cut some grass, which y'all don't want to see. Then I'm gonna wash a house. Don't ask me about the. Grass is too wet to be cut right now. This is just too wet. Basic yard, man. This is my dad's yard. I gotta throw this picnic table out sometime or another. But just walking through the yard, seeing how wet my boots are getting, all I got is a basic push mower, man. We keep a basic push mower to do this yard. It's not a big yard at all. It don't take me long to get done. It takes me about an hour to do it all front and back and do all the trimming, blowing, weed eating, all that stuff. But with that basic push mower we got, just this little bit of wetness, it's gonna take me about 2 hours to get through a lot of this backyard, especially on that back edge and some of this thicker cabbage through here and through that side. That lawnmower bogs down every time. Eventually I'll get a bigger lawnmower or whatever, so I'm gonna skip the grass for now. However, we gonna go ahead and wash this house though. So I'll do a quick walk around of the house, and then I'll go ahead and pull hoses and get started. Shame to say, it took me a while to get my dad's house done, but I'll tell you why. There's a spigot. My dad has one outside spigot on this house, and it was never hooked. There was no water line actually hooked to it. So I was never able to pour water, and I was gonna use the neighbor's water. They agreed to let me use their water if I paid them $50 to do it. I was like, all right, cool, it's my dad. I need to get his house done, so I do it. But basic one-story house, obviously is very much needed, especially down in here, all this growth and algae and mildew stuff, getting all these cobwebs, spider webs, getting all this dirt and stuff down. This backside is gonna look a whole lot better. So I just painted this deck earlier this year, but this deck will be fine. I'm not worried about staining this deck or getting anything on it or, you know, ruining the paint job on it. I am gonna make sure that I'm very careful with that door. That door has always been torn up. I need to replace it, but we just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But this is gonna be real simple, real basic, not much to really worry about. This is a wood door that I'm not gonna spray down. It's already torn up, but again, I'm not getting ready to hit that too hard. And you know, this stuff up here, I'm definitely ready to get all of that knocked out, because that's just horrible. Which is why I say I'm ashamed to say it took me this long to really get to my dad's house and be able to do the stuff that I need to do for him. But I'm gonna get it done today. Nothing really need to be worried about as far as property protection goes. Outlet is covered. This stuff isn't really too bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a tad bit worried about this. This is dry rotted, but it seems to be sealed and good. So I'm a cascade over it. I'm not gonna just hit it flat out hard as possible, especially considering this is a line that runs directly to a pole. Not gonna lie to you, that's a little scary. So if I can touch that with my hand, I should be fine if I don't just drench it, but we gonna see. Lord knows if I gotta call the fire department out here, I just will. But other than that, basic house, we gonna get it done. This front porch up here, definitely gonna have to spend some time up here. Definitely gonna have to spend some time up here. One day, eventually, I'm gonna rake all this off and redo these posts. This house is really old, man. I think this house was built in 50 something. I don't know what year this house was built, but the siding up here definitely needs it. Underneath all of this is all black. I'm gonna knock all that out. He doesn't use this bug zapper anymore. I don't think that bug zapper works, so I'm really not worried about it. But yes, I am going to take it down. This is JoJo, my dad's dog. Hey, JoJo. So JoJo's gonna be out here with me. yeah, go ahead and knock this front part out real quick. Go over here, knock this side out, do this little bump out. I'm gonna try to actually get some good footage today. I've never actually stood my tripod up and tried to film me washing, but I'm gonna try to do it today and see what I can get done and see how I can make some things happen. These mud stains should come out. I'm hoping they're gonna come out pretty easily, but we shall see. This window I think is broke and don't come all the way down because it's coming down off the top up there. So again, I'll cascade over that and make sure I don't just sling water directly into it. But I am gonna get his house cleaned up today because he definitely needs it. He definitely deserves it. This is the water spigot that now has water running to it that didn't have water running to it before. So I'm not a plumber and I didn't know how to get underneath there to do that. And I'm pretty sure that there is somebody I could have contacted to do it and I just never got around to doing it. But eventually we got it done. So now I'm going to take the time to go ahead and get his house knocked out. Since I can't cut the grass is too wet. I'm gonna go ahead and get his house knocked out and go from there. Shout out to HoodRich Smoke Shop for the shirts. She did a really great job with a really fast turnaround, man. She literally got me my shirts in 2 days. I walked up there, told her exactly what I wanted, told her what size shirt I wanted, what color I wanted. Literally, she got it done in 2 days, and honestly, you can't beat that price. So the fact that I went there on a Friday, got my shirts Sunday, you can't beat that. You're not gonna go anywhere else and order that shirt online and custom ink, whatever. You're not gonna do that. So HoodRich Smoke Shop in Greensboro, go check her out. Let's get started. So this I had to, man. Simple property protection. Went to the store, got some duct tape, went out back, got the ladder, duct taped all this up. I just couldn't do it. Like, once I started looking at how dirty this was up here and just how much concentration I was gonna have to put up there and how much, you know, hot sauce I'm gonna have to sling up there, there was just no way I was gonna be able to do that the way I wanted to with these lines open like that, man. So sometimes you gotta take the time to just give a little extra time of yourself, 10, 15 minutes. Property protection goes a long way, man. It protects you, it protects your customers, and at the end of the day, you know, it's gonna save you a lot in the long run. Because even though this is my dad's house, if this was another customer and I sprayed this SH up here trying to get all that down, and some of that stuff ate through these lines and started all this stuff sparking up and causing problems, that could have went real bad, man. Then I got to call insurance and everybody else. So just take the time, do a little bit of extra property protection if you got to, guys. All right, let's get it over. So I don't know, I didn't come up here and show you just how dark all of this is. And yeah, I can't wait to get that going. Unplugged the bug zapper. Like I said, that plug is not plugged in anything, so I'm gonna just leave it right there. It's gonna be fine. Again, it's my dad's house, so I can come over here and do whatever I need to whenever I want to and make stuff happen. I did move all this stuff away. I'm gonna hit these rails. That is an active bird nest. There are babies in it. The parents frequent it a lot, so I'm pretty sure you can hear the mother or father very close by. So I'm going to leave a square around here and not touch that at all. I'm just not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna mess with nature like that. So I am going to avoid that whole area as much as possible. I'll try to get me a little circle right here, and then whenever the nest clears, where you can actually see them. See mama in there looking. See how quiet she got. See if I can see the babies. All right, anyway, I don't know if you can see them. I can see them. But anyway, yeah, whenever the nest clears out, they fly away. I'll come back with a pump up sprayer and the water hose and I'll get it done. But let's go ahead and get this knocked out. quick walk around, go ahead and end everything up. Everything came out great, man. I love how clean all this got underneath here. Absolutely love it. I do know what to do to get that off, and I am going to get that off, just not today. Ended up getting a phone call from a customer who wants me to come knock their house out, and because this is my dad's house, I can come back to my dad's house anytime. You know, I still got to come back, cut grass, work on the truck, stuff like that. So I'll be here. So, you know, I'll always have time to come back and work on dad's house. So when a customer calls, you got to go, because you might not always get those customers that are willing to wait. You know what I mean? So if that customer says, hey, can you come do it? Can you come on do it now within the next couple hours? Yeah, I'm coming. Like I'm on the way right now. Because if you say, nah, I can't get there, that's money gone. Customer calls somebody else to come do the job. That's anywhere from $200 to $600 gone. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'll come back and knock that out. Everything else turned out great, man. Absolutely love it. We'll walk around this backside real quick. This side turned out absolutely beautiful. A lot of these little spots and stuff you see, that's just where plants and stuff are budding and coming out of all the trees and stuff like that. Rain will wash all that off. Absolutely satisfied with this down here. Now this, a lot of this stuff, this is just staining from where water has dried. I can come back and rinse this stuff all day long, but this is just gonna keep happening. Like honestly, this, again, like I can come back and just rinse that off. I'm not really worried about it. It's honestly the stuff that comes off from underneath each one of these panels, and you can see it's still wet and dirty underneath there. So that's where that stuff comes out at. But I will come back and re-rinse that when I come back to do that other spot, and just double check on things and make sure. This turned out absolutely beautiful. Love this gutter line. Love how clean it's gotten underneath here now. My dad is very, very, very happy with how things turned out. Hitting that spot up there was absolutely no problem at all. I did buy a shooter tip just to see if it would make a difference. Yes and no. Yes and no. Compared to me running the M5 with my 3 gallon a minute machine, it had a little bit of a difference for me. It's got a little bit more punch, but not really much more distance, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I'll probably use that shooter tip to try to get maybe another 3 feet if I need to, or maybe hit gutters a little bit harder. But other than that, it's not making too much of a difference for me as I see right now, but that could change. All of this, beautiful. This stuff was almost black when I first started. So this side turned out absolutely great. Obviously, I'm gonna leave this duct tape here. There's no point to pull that duct tape back off. There's just really no point. You know what I mean? Those are open wires, whatever. I might as well just go ahead and leave it like it is. But I was able to get all of that cleaned off. This is a rust spot from something. I don't know what that is exactly or what was there, but it's definitely a rust spot. It's got some type of metal ties or something in there. I don't know what those metal ties are. But anyway, again, more leakage from these ports, these holes underneath here. It's gonna continue to run out. Like I can spend hours sitting here, you know, rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing. Same thing. Like this is stuff that comes from underneath these ports behind these things. I can spend hours and hours rinsing and rinsing and rinsing, which I will do. I'll probably go ahead and rinse some more before I leave. I'm not gonna video that part, but I probably will rinse more before I leave, just because I don't want to leave spots like that sitting there. Like that, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse. So I'll probably go ahead and take care of the other side, but I will scrub that clay stain off a little later. But again, everything else turned out really good. I did use the shooter tip to get up there a little bit more. Let's go on the porch and see how that looks, see how that turned out. You hear the birds chirping? Even from out here, the porch already looks better, so I know he's gonna be happy with that. All of this under here, that was all black, all gone. So, I mean, it's still wet, so it looks a little shady, but it's not dirty. And again, a lot of this stuff we not worried about, because I gotta come back and repaint. I gotta paint these pillars, paint these rails along this ramp, paint this whole ramp again. So a lot of that stuff really wasn't that big a deal to us right now, you know what I mean? Like I gotta come back, repaint all this stuff, repaint all that. So I'll get to that later. But everything else up here looks absolutely amazing. absolutely amazing. Still drying off a little bit, so some spots look a little shady. This stuff down here, that's not dirt. That's where the siding has been rubbed and scrubbed so much from chairs and tables and everything else that's out here. Everything looks good. You can see where I got as close as I could in some spots, but the angle that I was at spraying this way, when I was spraying this way, it would have sprayed into the nest, and I didn't have a good angle down there to spray up in this way without spraying into the nest. So again, I got as close as I could without hitting the nest. You can also see on the pillar, I got as high as I could on the pillar without splashing into the nest. I did the best I could, but I hope the animal guys forgive me if I did spray those babies, because that's never what we want. Other than that, man, everything looks good. Clifford, my big red dog, is all packed up. I'm getting ready to go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna rinse those few spots off real quick. I am gonna take care of those, because I don't want to leave those sitting like that. Make sure my pops is good, and then I'm gonna go ahead, head out again. Shout out to HoodRich Smoke Shop for the shirts. Again, quickest turnaround in shirts you probably gonna find in the Greensboro Triad area without ordering stuff online. Again, guys, hey, if you need me, I'm here anywhere in Greensboro Triad. Again, I've traveled all the way to Charlotte to do some work, so I don't mind moving to get to you. If you need your house done, need concrete done, any commercial buildings, you know, anybody on some businesses need to get those things done, give me a call, shoot me a text, 743-239-0486. M2G Exterior Cleaning Services. Y'all be good.